conscious of the number of people that are probably going to want to ask a question.
What's that?
It's nothing, don't worry. It's fine. We're on, by the way. Bye.
Just one from me then, Simon. Hello, Jose. Thank you for your time. I was wondering if there was any update on Toby, please.
He has a muscular injury, but not as big as we initially thought. He will have, of course, his time to be out, but not like a month, which was immediately what we thought. So I would say between 2 and 4 weeks, but of course not playing tomorrow.
So bad news, but like you say, not as bad as perhaps it could have been.
Yes, of course, bad news. He was playing, I would say, his best football. He was playing his best football, so he's an important player that we miss. But we have Davison Sanchez, and we have not for tomorrow because he's not in the list, but we have Joe Rodon. So we fight with what we have.
Go to Ian Abraham.
Hi, Jose. It's the first time we've seen you since the good news earlier this week. The fans will be allowed back in stadiums. So can I get your view on fans coming back, even if it is only 4,000?
First of all, we have to see in which tier London is to see how many of our fans can we have in a home match. In any case, looking at it by the economical perspective, I don't think there are good news at all for any club. But for the passion of the fans to be able to open the door to some of them, for the happiness of every player, not just for the ones playing at home, I think also for the ones playing away of home is a good feeling. And the best of all, it is that probably is the start of it, and progressively we can go in a direction where we will have a situation closer to the normality as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. I'm unmuting you now.
Hi, Jose. I know
Hello.
Joe is ineligible in the Europa League, but how has he been since he joined? And if he's selected to play in the next 2 to 4 weeks, do you think he's ready to play and start in the Premier League?
Yes, I think he's ready to play. Of course, he never started a match in the Premier League. He played two little periods with us, Burnley and Manchester City. But I would say the Championship is now a high-level competition. It's not the best competition in Europe because the best is the Premier League, but it's much better than many countries' Premier Leagues. So to play regular in the Championship, I believe that gives to a player of quality, and there are many there, gives them, a certain level of football, of intensity, of experience that allows the players to be good players. So yes, we have Davison for tomorrow, but for Sunday we will have Davison and Rodon, which we are okay. We are happy.
Okay. Next question goes to Ali Gold. I've just unmuted you.
Hi there, Jose. Noticed looking at training that Matt Doherty's back for you. Obviously, how's that worked? And that must be great news for you.
Yeah, he's back. By the clinical and the legal point of view, is fine. He's ready. Is he ready to start a match? We don't know. Honestly, I have still some work to do with him to understand that. But to participate in the game, playing or being on the bench is good. And because in Europa League we can have, of course, 12 players on the bench, so 12 plus 11 makes 23. It's good to have him in the 23 squad.
Matt Barlow, you've got the next question.
Hello, Jose.
Hey, Matt.
Chelsea won last night. They're through in the Champions League. Got their feet up preparing for your game on Sunday. Can you give us an idea of to what degree you pick your side for this game in the Europa League with Chelsea in mind, as it seems to become such a significant game?
No, every game in the Premier League is important, and since the moment we are in Europa League, we know that we have always to play on a Thursday. In the Champions League, they have the option of Tuesday, Wednesday, and in that case, they were lucky this week that the draw gave them a Tuesday match that will allow them to prepare for the match on Sunday. Eventually, I don't know, but eventually they gave them a day off. I don't know, and plenty of time to work. But that's not a new thing that happens all the time. We know that since we went to Europa League, so we are not going to complain with it. And the next match is not even Chelsea. The next match is Ludogorets, and of course we have already a defeat in the group phase. We need to win the match tomorrow. We have to focus on this match, and after that we will think about Chelsea.
Can I just add? Do you continue with your policy of being strong? Can you afford to play Harry Kane, Eric Dyer, your first choice spine of your team in this competition?
I will not play exactly the same team I played against Manchester City. Of course, I'm not going to. And there are different reasons for that. Of course, the accumulation of matches is a problem. The Toby injury, of course, has a relation with the accumulation of minutes, but it's also about players that work a lot. They are not starting matches, and they also deserves to start. So, as an example, Ben Davies has to start. He didn't play Sunday. He plays tomorrow. It's just as an example. Good players, good professionals, working very hard for the team. I would consider them, because that's what I do. I consider them first options. So between Sergio and Ben, for me, they are both first options. So of course, after Sergio played Sunday, it's normal that Ben is going to play tomorrow.
Apologies, I'm going back to Ali Gold because he did want a follow-up question. So Ali, I'm just coming back to you now.
Thanks, Simon. Jose, I just wanted to ask you, when you're talking about the centre-backs, you haven't been mentioning Japhet Tanganga. I just wondered if that's because he's not fit, or do you see him more as a full-back now? Or
for me, he's a full-back. Can he play centre-back? Yes, he can. Of course he can. And he will. If we need, and we will need, he can play centre-back. But for me, in the context of what high-level football is, and especially Premier League is, I see him more as a multifunctional defensive player, but I see him more as a fullback.
And just very quickly, how close are you to having Eric Lamela back?
Not this week. Not this week. Not tomorrow. Not Sunday. I think I can say that. I would be very, very surprised if he managed to be ready to play Sunday. So I would say not this week.
Okay, go to George Cummins now. George.
Jose, hello. You mentioned the fixture congestion there. Jurgen Klopp's been very critical of Sky and BT. Is his complaints going to get him anywhere? Is it going to make a difference for you, what he's saying at the moment? And do you agree with him?
I think Klopp arrived by 2000, I don't know, 14, 15, something like that. I arrived 2004. So what he knows from 2014, 15, I know since 2004. And nothing changed. And we have to adapt to it, and that's how it is.
I mean, in COVID times, does something have to change? And have you effectively got two squads now, really? You've got one for the Europa League and one for the Premier League, because that's the nature of the season you're going to have to play?
I cannot say that. I say that we have to try to win every match and try to play also, of course, a competitive team with quality, but the two squads for two different competitions. No, one squad for 2, 3 or 4 competitions, using the players according to our feelings, to their moments, to the needs of the team. Sometimes we have problems, and when we have problems, of course, there is an accumulation of problems. Happened to us last season, and was without COVID. So when we start having the problem with Harry Kane, then Sonny was playing every match. Then we had a problem with Sonny. Then Lucas was playing every game with Bergwijn. We didn't have any other players, so Lucas and Bergwijn, they had to play and play and play and play. Then Bergwijn had another problem. And these are moments that we have to try to survive, like we did survive last season, and managing to finish the season in a position that was a target for us. So I think the big clubs, and of course Liverpool is a big club and a big squad full of top players. Some are injured, some others are recovering. When another one gets injured, another one comes back. And the big clubs, normally they can cope with the situation.
Okay, Matt Dunn, coming to you.
Hi, Jose. Once again, you lit up Instagram with one of your posts with Sergio's ham yesterday. You seem to be using social media to celebrate the relationship you have with your players. I just wondered, is that something that gives an indication that you're enjoying being a manager again, perhaps more than you have in recent years?
No. I don't think the post after Antwerp is to celebrate anything.
But it was a brave post and showed us.
Yeah, you know, the posts are what it is. I posted 10 minutes after the game at Antwerp, and was awful and was a defeat. I didn't post after Man City, and was a very good victory, and we were all happy. As I was saying before, I just try to open our world to the world, and people many times they love the inside. They love what they don't see. I think the success of that Amazon series was exactly that. Everything was open, so I think it's good fun for people. Let's see a big Formula One team. Let's say Red Bull, the pilots, the boss. Would I love to know how things work inside? I would love to. And I think the Instagram in this case is an opportunity for little things that don't hurt anyone, is not a problem at all. And sometimes is funny, other times is not funny at all when you post because you are upset with a bad result and with a bad performance. It's just little things for the people to know our world. And in case of this last one, it's just a simple thing that sometimes it happens. The players they want They want a Spanish ham, and it's quite expensive. Who pays? Who doesn't pay? Reguilón has to pay because he's the Spanish one. Who pays? Who doesn't pay? Okay, if we win, I pay. And that's it. And of course, the players were happy that I had to pay for the M.
Okay, we're going to finish with Matt Law and Vesco Valchev. Apologies for those who've not been able to ask a question. Matt, we're coming to you first.
Hi, Jose. The FIFA coach and player list have been announced today for the best coach and best players. I just wondered whether that is something that ever motivates you. Do you enjoy being on those lists when you get on them, and do you want to be on them in the future? And also, should Harry Kane and Wingman Son be aiming to get on the next world player list, do you think?
I don't want to say that it's politic because I know well, and I have a very good professional relation with FIFA, and also UEFA has institutions and the people there. So I don't want to say it's politic, but I want to say that has a lot to be with a certain club power in the media, has to do a lot with the people that cares more about it and works better behind the scenes to try to get in there. So I don't give much credit to it.
Okay, I'm going to finish with Vesco Valchev. Vesco, I'm coming to you. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Mourinho. Do you know about all the problems of Ludogorets? COVID problems, missing player, and this will make the game easier for you?
According to my information, that's not true. According to my information, the problems that they had were immediately after the game we played there. They had only one more match after that, which they won in Sofia. And after that national team period, they managed to recover the players. The team that comes tomorrow for the game, I believe that only 2 players that played against us are not playing. The Romanian striker that scored the goal against us, and the African center midfielder. Apart of that, all the other 9 players are in the list and ready to play. And they recover an important player, an important attacking player that didn't play in the first game and now is ready to play. So I don't understand the news, because there is a big contradiction between the news and the official information that we have. So is a team with 0 points that, of course, they will try everything to get a positive result in here. And if we don't do it seriously, we know what is going to happen, because it happened to us in Antwerp, and we spoke this morning about it with the players. Is a dangerous group. Is a group where you are going to need lots of points to qualify. Is not one of these groups where sometimes 8-9 points is enough to qualify. It's not going to be like that. So we need results. We need results. We have 3 more matches to play, and if possible, tomorrow we need 3 points.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Cheers.
Thank you.